Well, hey, it is good to see you guys. Well, you don't see it. It's good to be here. Kathy Gibbons, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
So Kathy Gibbons is the co-founder and the executive director of 12eleven Partners, and I'm so glad we get to have this conversation.
I'm glad to be here.
You're our roommate here at the Houston Vineyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have an office, you go in there, you actually work there,
Yes.
which is fascinating. But it's been something that has developed over a pandemic. We've had different people starting to use our space for the expansion of the kingdom in a lot of cool ways. And you're one of them.
Yes, and we're excited and happy to be here. Thank you so much for allowing us to be roomies.
It's been we've been good roommates so far.
Yeah.
No issues so far. But tell me then, like 12eleven Partners started in pandemic.
It did. And so it really was in response to one of the gaps that we saw in this anti-trafficking space. And it was really, I was mentoring survivors and overcomers, always have done that, but I was seeing an increase of people that were returning into the life of trafficking or, at risk of being re-exploited. And so sat down with them and was like, okay, what is this? What's happening? Of course, everyone was losing their jobs in the pandemic, but also the number one thing that we heard was lack of community. And so 12eleven was founded in response to that. We wanted to provide a community for individuals that have overcome trafficking. And
so you see, because human trafficking is it's a worldwide economy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is billions of dollars, it's millions of people. And as the last, I'd say 15 years, 10 really intensely, people are looking at how do we deal with this? How do we, and especially as followers of Jesus, how do we bring hope and justice and restoration? How was it that you were able to see the gap? Because there is everything from rescue into we have homes, we have all these programs, but you saw this gap.
Yeah. How
is it that you were able to navigate? First of all, being in a position to see it.
Yeah. And
then what was the thing that said, I've got to be as part of the solution?
You know what, for me, I think I have a different lens as well, being an overcomer myself. I really, in addition to listening to the amazing individuals that I partner with and work with and serve and have the opportunity to serve, I sat down and asked myself, well, what is it that I would have needed? People that can surround me and be positive. And I always say with my own journey, I have a bunch of mentors that will never know that they mentored me because I was just looking at my community and how awesome people were, and I wanted to be like that. And so I know how important it is for individuals coming out of this this lifestyle to have good people around them.
And it's got to be an incredibly difficult thing to be in a position to trust anybody as well. I mean, so the nature of it causes isolation.
Yeah.
And then stepping in, and I love the word mentor. I love the idea, because the mentor-mentee relationship is a sort of mutually beneficial thing.
Absolutely.
And learning from each other and everything. What has your experience been because you guys have been not only started and had an idea in pandemic, but you guys have been living it out. You've been, the ministry is active.
Yeah.
What does it look like so far as you guys have started to fill the gap here with mentorship and community?
Yeah, it's been beautiful. And so the heartbeat of everything that we do is mentorship. And we have amazing partners. We call them survivor partners, and we're mentor partners. And it's been amazing to see the growth in people. When people realize that they can depend on someone and they have good community around them, they will thrive they will live out their wildest dreams. It's oh, okay, I can do this, right? We've seen everything from people get jobs to pursuing their education and just self-confidence, really empowering themselves to go forward and do it. So I know that the mentorship program and that we have, which again is the heartbeat of everything that we do, I know that it's needed. I know that it's needed because I've seen it in all of the individuals that we serve.
Yeah, and they're going together.
It's
not this sort of, even though our journeys are so individualistic, it's each of our journeys, but the fact that it's not solely dependent on them.
Correct.
When they have something to mourn, there's somebody to mourn with them, but when they have something to celebrate, there's also somebody to celebrate with them.
Right, and hold them accountable.
And
right?
hold them accountable.
Yeah, so it's not all just roses and butterflies. It's we need people to hold us accountable in everything that we do. And so we provide that as well for the individuals that we serve, is accountability, and all the cute things that come with it, but we really want people to thrive.
And so what does it look like? So if you find you're connected with somebody and they're like, hey, I'm at this stage, and you're like, that's the gap we're trying to fill, what would it look like for you guys to come along somebody? What does that look like? How do you do the work of 12eleven Partners then?
Yeah, good question. Everything is individualized because there is no cookie cutter. That's another thing that we realized too in just evaluating the space, is that there is no cookie cutter program or curriculum that is just going to be the fix for anyone. And so we get a request for an individual to say, we have on our website, what do you need help with? And people will say, well, I need mentorship. I'm at this phase in my life and I don't know where I want to go next. And so we meet them right there where they are. And that could be, hey, I want to go back to school, or I just need to work on my self-confidence, or I just want to get over this trauma thing. Like, what do I do? But I don't want to go into a program. I don't want to go into a residential program. I don't want comprehensive programming. I just really want to try to conquer this thing independently. And so what we do is we take that plan, we take those goal requests and put them in a plan, an action plan, and then we go for it. Just baby steps, step by step.
So you guys actually function in a lot of ways like a bridge. Like a bridge from, it's almost like I'm stuck, I don't know where to go, like I'm at the edge of this sort of cavernous thing in front of me.
Yeah.
And I see the opportunity, I see the potential, and I just don't know how to get there. And you guys and mentoring come along and say, okay, let's be a bridge to get you from this gap, like to cover the gap, to get from here to there.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. It's what I love about it is there's this simplicity to it, but it's a profound simplicity.
Yeah.
Because the simplicity is, it's one-on-one, and it's like but there's a profound nature that people feel seen.
Yep.
They feel loved. They have a place of belonging and relationship, and that there's somebody holding them accountable not only for the stuff that they need to work on, but the stuff that they dream about.
Yeah.
That they might be too afraid to step into, and there's somebody that says, hey, wait, no, your dreams are bigger than what you're living.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you. And, we really build trust-based relationships. And so we don't have a hierarchy. It's, I'm partnering with you and you're partnering with us, and let's figure this thing out together. We also provide basic needs, and so emergency fund for basic needs, because we can't really talk about goals if someone is facing an eviction, right?
Yeah.
That's not practical. So we're very, very we're just very, very open to where are you and how can we help.
Yeah, I love it. As a church, first of all, we love that we get to partner with you through our spaces, but how are ways we could really strategically partner with you in prayer, and then ways we could walk alongside you guys as you fulfill what God has called you to do in this space?
Absolutely. So prayer is our number one ask, because so many people have different needs, so many different walks of life, and though they're making goals and striving and all this stuff, it's hard because they have to wake up daily to make that decision to overcome again. So every day you have to say, I'm going to overcome again. Yeah. And so we need prayer for the individuals that we serve, but also as an organization for wisdom and just making sure that we are providing the best services for individuals. And then, of course, we need team. We're new, we're newborns, and so it'd be great to have
pandemic babies.
Yeah, we're a pandemic baby, so it'd be great to have some siblings eventually to do this work with, and so growing our team is important, and I think those are the major needs right now.
Well, what I'll do is I'll make sure your website is in the description of all this, but I will say this is, it's such a blessing to watch how, I see Jesus in all of it, like the heart of Jesus in your story, and in you and your husband who founded this together, but also just the heart of God for his creation, expressed in very personal ways. And so we're going to pray that he continues to smile on you with favor.
Oh, thank you.
And also just give you a ton of wisdom as you guys steward the precious thing that are these relationships.
Yeah.
And the potential that is in each individual, and how it can be released upon the earth as God continues to tell this grand story of rescue and redemption across the globe.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much. We need it, and we're grateful. and we're thankful. I can tell you, just as a quick plug, that we have used the space for support group and one-on-one mentorships, and this has really been so far. They love coming here. We used to meet out in the community and stuff, but they're like, can we just go to the office and just meet? And it's amazing. We laugh together, we pray together, we talk about things that are tough issues, and so this has really been a blessing. I can tell you that for the individuals that we serve and for us.
And for us as a church, this is a blessing.
Yeah.
We are a better community because we share this space together. And so I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it.
Awesome.
I think we killed it. All right. Hey, guys, details are in the description, and reach out and let's be praying for all that God wants to do through 1211 partners. Bye.
Thank you.
Good job.